Welcome to Deans Discuss, a podcast that examines how science and research at UC Davis affect our everyday lives. Join our hosts, Allison Brashear, Dean of the UC Davis School of Medicine, and Michael Lairmore, Dean of the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine, as they give their thoughts on how the work of scientists, physicians, and researchers affects us all.
Hello, Michael. Since today is our last podcast, I want to begin with something special in recognition of your extraordinary contributions as the Dean of the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine. We have a little surprise for you.
Yeah, we didn't practice this, did we?
No, sir.
Dean Lairmore, Michael, on behalf of the entire faculty of the School of Veterinary Medicine, I am honored to convey our deep, deep gratitude to you for what you have done for all of us, for our school, for our community, and for especially the future of veterinary medicine.
As an experienced dean in the group, you formally and informally mentored many of us. Thank you for sharing your time and your many talents, for sharing the search that hired me, and for your unwavering support over the years. I will miss our drives to Oakland, but relieved that you won't spill coffee all over my car. Let me know if you need more kittens or puppies.
Thank you for being such a friend, not just a professional friend, but a personal one. Thank you for being my therapist. Thank you for being my campaign manager. Thank you for all the work you've done with me with the American Association of Veterinary Medical Colleges. You will be missed, but we hope that your next set of adventures is as prolific and productive as the ones you've had over the last 10 years. This won't be the last time we see each other, but it will be the last time I say anything nice about you.
Congratulations on your upcoming retirement. You have certainly earned it and beyond. I also wanted to say thank you for all you've done for me personally and professionally throughout the last 15 years. Everything from helping to recruit me back to Ohio State as the chair of the Department of Veterinary Clinical Sciences, to working side by side with me as a fellow department chair and allowing me to learn from you and your experiences while you were here. And really just want to say I wish you the very best. I know you will remain busy and productive and continue to contribute to the veterinary profession and veterinary academia.
It's Mark Markell, and I just want to congratulate you on a decade at UC Davis, the University of California, Davis, not that place you used to be over in the Midwest, but also congratulate you on all that you've done as Dean of, as you know, my alma mater. I wish you and Donna all the best in the coming years as you move on into other parts of your life. I know staying there for a while. And as you know, you're also always welcome to this place, our place in Cabo San Lucas. I would love to have you both down there sometime.
I want to take a minute and congratulate you as you move into this next chapter of your life and into what I hope is a long and comfortable and relaxed retirement or semi-retirement. And I really appreciate the opportunity we had to work together, and want to thank you very much for some fond memories, including perhaps a little bit of Grand Marnier here and there.
Congratulations on your retirement, Michael. I have been watching as your Instagram posts shift to more beautiful places and shared events with Donna. Thank you for all you have done for UC Davis. Your focus on entrepreneurial activity, leadership training, and program building was deeply appreciated. And thank you for all you did for me. Your mentorship, ready availability for conversations, helping me think through challenges. Who knew? The life changes that would result when you called me while I was vacationing in Baja to ask me to step up to this department chair. It has been quite a journey. Be well, Michael. Onward and upward in wherever the next steps take you.
Wow, that was a great surprise. Thank you so much, Allison. And, I think of all those people and, reflect upon what they were saying. And they're all dear friends and colleagues. And, I think the impact of one's life is felt through the people that they affect and people that they've helped throughout their careers. And, I think we're both servant leaders. And I think that's kind of what both of us value. At the end of the day, it's about the people, it's about promoting health, but it's also about the impact that we've made in their lives. So thank you so very much. And this has been an incredible experience for me being on a podcast with you. And I hope you continue it with my whoever follows me, he or she. I know we'll have a great partner with you, Allison, as you continue to build the community here at UC Davis. So thank you very much. I don't know whether I can say anything after this. So you've left you've left me speechless.
Well, we wanted to surprise you, and now we were on a pivot a little bit to talking about the connection between human and veterinary medicine and how they're interconnected, and really talking about making society healthier. And so you've talked in the past about the perception that veterinary medicine is changing and how the pandemic has raised awareness of zoonotic origins of the virus. And how, give me some more information so we can share with our listeners about your ideas of how veterinary medicine impacts society.
Well, it's the thread that runs, in that One Health approach of, at that interface of animals, people, and the environment. I think one of the things that, I've been very blessed to be able to be at that interface. I studied human retroviruses, but yet I was a veterinarian. But the viruses that we learned about came from animals. I think that's a reflection of the fact that we do share a world together. So that biodiversity aspect of how all of it's connected is a matter of health. So for example, we have a California Department of Food and Agriculture that's really interested in all of us, our food supply and keeping it safe. And so we have that laboratory system that answers through the veterinary school, but it's really a collaborative effort with 4 laboratories, and they've protected us from a number of things like mad cow disease, and protected the animals that we are dependent upon. So those are the kind of things I think our students are inspired from. When they go out and work in the communities, one thing I love is our joint community efforts. Knights Landing is a good example where students work in the community. Your students and your faculty help the community aspects of human health. Meanwhile, we have a clinic for animal health right next door. And I think those are a couple of examples where we're impacting the community. I know you have many more within medicine as well. So your students are very dedicated to serving the community. And what are some of the programs in the School of Medicine that you're really proud of that serve the community?
Well, about 50% of our graduates go into primary care, and almost over 60% go and serve underserved communities. And so, one of the things that we're passionate about is training those individuals so they go back and serve their community, because that's one way we can improve health. On the local basis, we have 7 student-run clinics. You mentioned Knights Landing, but our students serve the most vulnerable people in Sacramento, and they have been out there giving vaccines. Some of the clinics are the Paham Asian Clinic, the Clinician Tapati, Amani, Shipa, the Joan Viteri Memorial Clinic, the Bayhan Clinic, and the Willow Clinic. And those clinics only work because of the volunteers, the students and the residents and physicians who go out and volunteer. It really makes an impact. And again, it's part of the mission of the school to serve the underserved and to develop the next group of providers for the underserved.
Yeah, it's many of our students, I know yours as well, come to us actually with that community-based spirit. They actually have either already participated before they even got into medical school or veterinary school, and when they get here, they want to solve society's problems. And I think we've been very responsive at UC Davis to giving them opportunities. I mean, what better way to have them really contribute and learn how to be physicians or veterinarians that serve society by getting involved in society while they're in school. And so those community clinics, we have a Mercer clinic that has pets for the homeless, and those sometimes are their only companions that allow them to be stable. And so we take care of that in Sacramento, but also now in Davis. And those are both of those clinics were started as student initiatives. And, to have the ability of our faculty then to support the students' ideas and then to take them out, I think is really inspiring them. And hopefully they'll go on, and many do, of course, go on to be community leaders and national leaders in the world because of their student experiences.
Well, one thing that's been just so incredible is the things that we think about more globally. I know your school has been really involved in global health as well. Fish farms in Chile, you visited there, is that right?
Yeah, it's interesting when we think about both of our schools. A lot of our faculty, of course, work on things that are affecting the entire globe. It's not just limited to the United States. And so by doing that, they're impacting, our alumni. In the case of Chile, I was visiting our alumni in Chile who are responsible for the salmon industry, and they're the second greatest producer of salmon in the world. And they're dealing with problems, but the training that they received came from UC Davis, and that really was why we were visiting them. But you have a lot of examples, certainly our work in the pandemics, to our service to medical clinics around the world. Global health is part of what we do. Global affairs we work with on campus to extend that effort, and then also to recruit. Some of the best and brightest talent comes to us from around the globe, and we take advantage of that. If you look at our faculty, they're very international. And then they also inspire the next generation of students by telling of their own experiences from around the world. And we live on a very small planet. I think that many of our examples are the fact that we are so interconnected. I know that your faculty and your programs are very much global.
Yes, and nothing's shown that more than this current pandemic and the need for the global response. And I really think that hopefully that is message that we don't lose, that we're all together on this very small planet, and we all need to work together. Michael, we saw all those people talking and giving you congratulations, and 2 years as dean. That's no small feat. Are there any personal reflections you like to think about on the future of veterinary medicine?
Well, I think over the last 10 years, I've been privileged and very blessed to be at the #1 school in the world. And by looking around, I remember when I first got here, I kept thinking, wow, we have that program, and gosh, we're making efforts in that area. So I was so amazed at the breadth and depth of our faculty. Like you, Allison, we're both servant leaders. And so, we feel good about that it's not our vision, it's really the collective team vision. I know both of our strategies is to really incorporate that into our thinking. But one of the things I've been very proud of is the fact that we've built, we're #1 in research funding. And I think that has a lot to do that we have a biomedical research campus and an academic center that allows our collaborations. A lot of the major programs that we have are joint with medicine or agriculture or engineering. So those are great. But, when I look back also, the impact on student lives, both of us are very student focused. I know you are when you came here, and being able to create scholarship opportunities to wellness centers and career activities. Those are some of the things I really look forward to help support the next leaders in that will go out into the world. And as you mentioned, the global program. So, these are all things that our legacy of at the end of the day will be rated upon. Who do we impact? What programs did we build, and how did we affect the world? And as you mentioned quite frequently on our podcast, it's all about health, and it's about the health of our communities. It's about the health of our students and health of our society. So it's been great podcast. I hope this isn't the last of our conversations, of course, but it's been a great podcast. I really appreciated being able to do this. And thank you so much, Allison.
Well, Michael, you've been a wonderful role model for so many, and we're so appreciative. It's a pleasure to work with you, and thank you so much for bringing me to UC Davis. I also want to thank our surprise video guest, Dr. Jana Mazet, the professor at UC Davis in epidemiology and disease ecology, Dr. Helene Dillard, the dean of the UC Davis College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences, Dr. Philip Nelson, the dean of the Western University of Health Sciences College of Veterinary Medicine, Dr. Rustin H. Moore, the dean of the Ohio State University College of Veterinary Medicine, Dr. Mark Markell, the Dean of the University of Wisconsin of Veterinary Medicine, and Dr. Andrew McCabe, the CEO of the American Association of Veterinary Medical Colleges. And lastly, Dr. Dory Borshin, the Dean of the Washington State University College of Veterinary Medicine. But most importantly, Michael, I want to thank you for your undying passion, your servant leadership, your being a role model for so many of us. And I will enjoy working with you in the future, and we are wishing you all the very best.
Oh, thank you so much, Allison. And I'm blessed to be surrounded by so many good friends and colleagues. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Like what you heard or have an idea for a future episode? Email the deans with your suggestions at deansdiscuss@ucdavis.edu. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Deans Discuss Podcast is available free on demand at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon's TuneIn, Stitcher, Pandora, and Spotify. This is Deans Discuss.